Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So, the Aries Cup has been announced. And today is Mayana Topgun's birthday, so that's why I have her on the front page. So if I click on her. So it's her birthday today. But a number of interesting things happen. I'm going to talk about the Aries Cup first. But one is that Agnes Tachyon's event is going on. I have actually done everything. So if you do everything, you'll get 3 reports here. And with these reports, you can actually improve the existing characters. I am going to bump this much kind of Tannhäuser's inherits. So she's got long distance 3 and intelligence 2. So I'm going to bump the intelligence 2 to intelligence 3. I already have a stamina 3 and a long distance 3. So if I have a stamina 3 and a long distance 3, I can just, borrow somebody else's stamina 3, long distance 3, and get stamina 6, long distance 6. So that's not a problem. I'm going to try and bump her to intelligence 3 so I can get intelligence 6, long distance 6. And then, I'll run parents. So this will be a grandparent character. Although in theory, she could actually become a parent herself because I have stamina 3, long distance 3, stamina 3, and long distance 2. So this would be a long distance 8 character. But then, I won't increase my intelligence. I want to increase my intelligence here for my character. So that's why I'm going to do it. But anyway, let's actually put my money where my mouth is. We'll pop here. And pop. Here we go. From intelligence 2 to intelligence 3. And now I have a new character that I can use as a parent or a grandparent. So there you go. Change the stats to a heart. Right. Intelligence 3, long distance 8. So I'm actually now going to make her my character up here. Instead of my Top Gun, this is going to be impossible to figure out. Should do it by name. It's going to be easier. There she is. Oh. And I probably need to change this. Nobody's going to use a mid-distance card. I have no idea. I have no idea what people will want. Long distance. Oh, I'll put her out for now, for the moment. They might want Taishin? I don't know. I'll put Iris-san out for people who have Mr. CB. You can use her to get the. You can use her to get the daring attack, Hyokosaku. So there you go. I don't know if people will want to use her or not, but such is life. Okay. That 10 is the amount of 10,000 yen that I've put into the game so far. God, I really don't want to put any more in than what I've got right now. For year 3. The other thing that popped up is this new ticket. This new ticket was given out today. So I could actually pull this. I'll pull this later, actually. Let me talk about the Aries Cup now. So the Aries Cup is the going to happen in April. It's going to start on April 10th. Round 1 will start on April 13th. That gives us almost 3 weeks to prepare. This is the Kyoto racetrack, so it's turf, 3,200 meters, so it's 2 miles. That's obviously long distance. Right turn. It's spring, and it's sunny, and it's good condition, and it's happening during the day. The important part is it's 3,200 Kyoto racetrack. Why is this important? Here's why. This is the Kyoto racetrack, 3,200. And you start here from this line here, black line here, and then you go all the way around. And then in this red phase here, you go uphill, and then in this blue box, you go downhill, and you go down around. And once you get to here, you finish the position key. And now the characters will basically start, going past each other, and it doesn't matter your position is. It won't matter if you're a runner or a leader. You'll just go forward. So there is a possibility that runners will be caught up by leaders, like around here, and that happens often. Or for chasers to go past betweeners, and in fact for chasers to be right up to where the leaders are when they hit here. And then this is the moment when the final phase starts, when the acceleration phase starts. And if you have enough stamina, then you will start to accelerate from this moment onwards. If you are a betweener and you have Symboli Chris's gold skill, that will make you accelerate right at the money right here at the cost of 2 stamina or 2 health, 2% health. So you go here, and then so there is this period where you're going uphill. So if you have a skill that Rice Shower has, where's Rice Shower? If you have this skill of going uphill, then you will accelerate. So there's a 50% chance that this skill will be an effective acceleration skill. So Rice Shower is actually a powerful character to be used in Kyoto 3200, as the actual horse Rice Shower did win the Kyoto 3200. And then you go downhill here, and so any of the skills that basically make you accelerate at the curve is too late. So the standard acceleration skills that Seiun Sky has or Measure Orion had is not going to be that effective. And the skills that chasers have, this skill here, Semaru Kage, right, Imminent Shadow, or Creeping Shadow, this is the skill that's going to be effective because it's going to happen here. And the skill that Kidasan Black has, the original version, is also going to be very, very powerful. And also the skill of this dance version of Seiun Sky is also going to increase acceleration as well. So these skills would be useful right here, right on the money. The other skill that has the potential of happening right on the dot is, of course, Non-Stop Girl. So if you can get Non-Stop Girl, that's good. So if you happen to have support cards that basically has, more than level 35 for Symboli Chris's, then you can add to it Stamina Special Weeks skill, and then you get 2 stamina cards to bump up your acceleration for betweeners. You can get the Symboli Chris's acceleration, and you can get the Stamina Special Weeks Non-Stop Girl acceleration, and they're both stamina cards, so they'll bump up your stamina to what you need to actually take off. And then run to here, and that's the goal line. Now here's what's scary. This is the stamina calculator that I normally use. This is the stamina calculator that used to be very popular. I used to use as well. But let's go with this stamina calculator. This stamina calculator, I put in the numbers of 1500 speed, 1200 stamina, 1200, this is max stamina, 1200 power, because you want 1200 power, 850 guts, and 1000 intelligence. And this is, racetrack, so this is turf or dirt. Nobody's going to run a dirt character, I imagine, so this is going to be, turf A. Or grass A. This is the distance. Most people are going to try and get distance S. I'm going to make that distance S. And this is this is runner, leader, whatever. S but most people are going to not bother shooting for the S that much, so I'm just going to stick with the A here. And this is where you can be an onige, or a runner, or a leader, or a betweener, or a chaser. And this calculator believes that chasers require the least amount of stamina, so I'm going to stick with the chaser for now. And this is from peak condition to good condition to normal condition to bad condition to worst condition. So I'm going to go with the peak condition, as it happens. This is relatively straightforward. This is if you have a green skill that increases your speed by 60. This is if you have a green skill that increases your speed by 40. Most people are going to have that skill, I think. So assuming that you have that skill, the blue is the recoveries. This is also recovery of 3.5, 0.5. And this is the stamina spending, right? There she go. Ooh, not that one. This one here. This skill is the skill that, what's her name? Symbolic Chrysalis gives. This is the skill that makes acceleration go on the money for betweeners, so you want this skill. Unfortunately, this skill uses a little bit of, what do you call it? Of stamina. So it says stamina chotto, which would basically mean, I think, this. I think it's that, but let's do this for just to be sure. Yeah. So this requires a little bit of stamina for this to kick off. I think if you use Symbolic Chrysalis herself, you actually get a bonus to stamina. No, wait, you won't get a bonus to stamina on this one, I believe. I should find out. Up. Yeah, if it's a Nakayama racetrack, then you actually increase your health. So that's only for Symbolic Chrysalis. All right, so let's actually do this, right? 1200 stamina, 850 guts. And see how much stamina you require. If you got one speed skill, green speed skill that increases your speed. Most people are going to have spring or right turn or something like that. Here we go. 1200 stamina, 850 guts. You are 662 short. You will not make it to the end. You will start walking. So let's add one gold recovery skill. And with one gold recovery skill, if you are a betweener, you're going to be 100 short. So if you have a skill that you can inherit from, what's her name? Saint Jane Healer, the healer version of Grass Wonder, gain heal superior. This will actually increase it by 3.5. So if you have one gold skill and one gain heal superior, you are in the clear. You have 121 health extra to be able to run. Now here's why this is scary and why I'm not looking forward to this championship meeting. The races are run by 3 trainers, right? So 3 people run. So it's you and 2 other people. Well, your 2 other people, if one of them happens to send out nice nature, and if that one person knows what they're doing, not only is this nice nature going to have this skill that a betweener has that is going to reduce your stamina by 3%, pop, she's also going to have this skill. Now this skill only works at mid-distance. So why would you actually have that skill? Well, you can actually use that skill because if you have the swimsuit version of Gold Ship as your parent, and you can always borrow this parent Gold Ship, this skill allows you to pop 1 rare skill in the second half of the race. So as you get closer to the end of this thing here, after you pass the the position keep bit here, once you're in this here, the Gold Ship skill goes off, and voila! Oops, not that one. Voila! Nice natures. Mid-distance skill that takes out 3% of your health pops off. And then when you get to the very last bit, this skill that pops off, another 3% of your health goes off, and you're basically shot down with 6%. And when you lose 6%, I mean, even if you have 1 gold skill and 3.5 recovery, and if you have 1200 stamina, you're just screwed. You are just screwed. And you know, I think there's only 2 ways to go around doing this. I think one is that you just assume that there will be no debuffers, and you just assume that debuffers don't exist, and you just go with this, right? And the other one is you assume that debuffers exist, and not only do they exist, you're going to be facing with 2 nice natures. So the odds of all 4 going off, I think, is relatively low, but you'll definitely get 3 of these things popping off. And if they know what they're doing, they're also going to put in white debuffs as well. So you could be hit by 2 white debuffs, because this counts as a white debuff. And so you'll be hit with this if you are a betweener. And so if you're hit by that, I mean, I don't know what to do. It's like you're just screwed. Like, there's really not much you can do. You need like 2 gold recoveries. Will that be enough? Not really. Even with 2 gold recoveries, you're still going to be 300 short. So you need like 2 gold recoveries, and well, you can't actually do that yet. Maybe 1 more white recovery. See how that does. Okay, so that's still 75%. You probably want to bump that up a little bit more. So, I mean, there you go. You need a character that basically has, you know, 2 gold recoveries and 2 white recoveries to deal with a situation where your opponent basically throws out. You have an opponent where you're faced with 2 debuffers, 2 full strength debuffers. And that's bad. I mean, who's going to enjoy this, right? But under the circumstances, I think it just makes no logical sense to not use a debuffer because they're so damn powerful. And so I will also probably use a debuff Nice Nature. But I also, you know, want to actually send out this version of Satono Diamond, so I'm going to send her out. So she's going to go with, what do you call it? The Gain Heal Superior, and she'll have 1 gold recovery. I'm going to just hope and assume that there's only 1 Nice Nature and that 1 of her debuffs hit, and that, you know, the other white debuff hits. I might pop in 1 extra. Oh no, she has Stamina Greed. Stamina Greed, I believe, is basically equivalent to 2. Is basically equivalent to the 3.5 recovery. So I'll have 1 gold recovery and 2 3.5 recoveries. I'll be faced with a. I'll face 1 debuffer, Nice Nature with -3%. Well, actually, you know, we can do 2 gold debuffs and 1. I mean, that's the best I can do, right? And there you go. I'm short 96, so maybe I might just add in 1 regular white gold recovery. I mean, white recovery skill. And I'll have just barely enough to run it. So there you go. The other person that I want to send out is McQueen. I want to send out either this version or this version. I haven't decided on which. This is because in the second season of the anime, Satono Diamond, you know, looked up to Mizuno McQueen, so I think it makes sense to actually send these out as a pair. So she's gonna have this skill, a gold recovery skill. So what I can do is, in the case of McQueen, I can send out her with 2 gold recoveries. And if she's faced with, oh no, wait, she's actually not a betweener, she's a leader. And as a leader, if I'm faced with 1 Nice Nature, I'll barely make it as well. If I'm faced with 2 Nice Natures, and you know, I get hit with 3 gold debuffs, I mean, it's game over. Yeah, it's like it's just game over. So I think on some level, I mean, you could make a situation where you send out characters that are like super heavy in recovery. So probably the character that comes to my mind most is this one, Super Creek, because Super Creek has a skill that basically allows her to recover this, and this recovery skill also becomes Sugoku Kaifuku, so that becomes that. And for this to actually happen, she needs 4 recovery skills. So this is 1, 2, and then I need 2 more recovery skills. So 3, 4. And then if I'm faced with 2 nice natures that can send out 4 gold debuffs and 2 debuffs, 2 white debuffs. Let's see. Still don't have enough. Oh God. So I guess what that means is I need that. Yeah, and I barely run it. So I mean, that's just crazy, right? It's Super Creek, who's got this ridiculous amount of recovery, and I'm gonna need 2 gold debuffs. 1 gold debuff that can be, bumped up to this one. Another gold recovery, probably the gold recovery that what's her name can give. She's a leader, so you can always use this gold recovery. Where'd she go? Ah. Where are you? There. Agent Arden. Right? I can use this gold recovery. Race Planner. Or I could use Tosin Jordan's gold recovery, but this gold recovery is iffy because you might actually get the lower version here. So I mean, that's crazy. I mean, 2 gold recoveries plus her own gold recovery. That's 3 gold recoveries and 1 white recovery, and that's what you need to basically fight against an onslaught of debuffers in this game. I mean, this is part of the reason why I wasn't too happy when I heard about that it's going to be Kyoto Racetrack 3200, because I'm almost 100% certain that people will send out debuffers. I mean, I generally don't use debuffers. The last time I used debuffers was the mid-distance dirt race last year, and since then I haven't used any debuffers. So I can't imagine people, and I'm using debuffers. So if I'm using debuffers, I can't imagine other people not using debuffers. So I think you can count on one person using one character. I mean, you might actually encounter a person who basically sends out Super Creek and 2 debuffers, 2 stamina debuffers. And yeah, if you have 2 stamina debuffers, one person can basically do this, right? You can send out. You send out Nice Nature to do 2 gold debuffs, and you send out where'd she go? Mummy Creek. Where's Mummy Creek? There she is. You send out Mummy Creek, who has this. Right? Or if you don't have Mummy Creek, you can send out Minor Top Gun. Minor Top Gun has the same skill as well. So I mean, one person can send out 3 gold debuffers, and that person can send out they can pile up on the white debuff so that they can actually take out that's 9 plus 2, 11% of someone's health. And then if the other guy sends out just 1 Nice Nature and only 1 of them hits, that's 4 gold debuffs and 3. Right? And I think with this, even Super Creek that's loaded up on that ridiculous amount of gold recoveries is going to sink. Find out. No, she can actually survive. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I will actually send out 1 Super Creek and 2 gold debuffers. But yeah, this is just a this is going to be a crazy championship meeting. I think people are going to be upset. But there you go. That's it for now. I think I've talked about long enough on the championship meeting here. We can actually play around with this. You know, the website is here, so you can actually play around with this. I can take that away, take that away, take that away, take that away, take that away. Right. And if you are a leader, 1200 stamina, 850 guts, and just 1 gold recovery, you will not have enough. And there's no debuffs, right? Yeah, there's no debuffs. And it's still not enough. It's scary. What if you're a runner? Holy crap. Okay, it's definitely not enough. Oh, that's you have Kakari there. All right, let me take the Kakari away. My bad. So if you are a runner, you're 148 short. Ooh, it's pretty brutal. So you probably want, 2 here maybe? Because there's no, you can't use Super Creek's recovery skill for runners. Yeah, and you'll have enough there. If you are a leader, 1 gold, no Kakari, right? This is a grade or openly. I don't know why there's that difference. You're 38 short, so this would be barely enough. If you are a betweener, I think I did this at the beginning. It should be enough. Let's double check. Yep, it's barely enough. And if you are a chaser, it's also going to be enough. Now, if you actually use 2 gold recoveries, things will change. That's you have barely enough. If you have 2 gold recoveries, I believe you can actually lower your stamina to like 900, and I'll correspondingly lower the guts to like 700. Okay, you're 65 short, so if you just have 1, so 2 gold recoveries and 1 white recovery, and chasers can run it, right, 99% of the time at 900 stamina, but you're going to basically loading up on 2 gold recoveries. So, if you are a betweener, I'm pretty sure you can run it 900 as well, because chasers can do it, betweeners can do it. And they have 20 to spare, and I think leaders and runners are gonna not be able to do it at 2 gold recovery. Yeah, there's 30 short, and so I guess you need 2 of those. And if you are a runner, we'll do that again. So if you're a runner, yeah, you need 2 white recoveries and 2 gold recoveries to run this. I suppose if you have 3 gold recoveries, you should be perfectly fine, even as Oniga. Oniga requires ridiculous amounts of stamina, so. You're 127 over, so you might be able to do it with this. 2 gold recoveries and 1 white recovery. That'd be enough. Okay, not enough. You need 2. So 3 gold recoveries or 2 gold recoveries and 2 white recovery is necessary for runners, Onige, and leaders. 10 short, that should be fine. This is if you don't encounter any debuffs. Right? And I simply cannot imagine a situation in which there's nobody that's going to send out nice nature. I mean, you could bank on that. You could just pray that nobody sends out a debuffer. That's one way to do it. Then you just hope that you have good luck. But I don't know. So there you go. I mean, that minus 3% from that gold debuff really screws people over. So there you go. You know, and if you're doing a debuffer, right, make sure that Nice Nature, when she uses this, is going to have Nice Nature is going to inherit Swimsuit Gold Ship's Adventure of 564, Adventure of Gold in as one of her skill sets. This is an absolute must if you are Nice Nature. And if you're Nice Nature, you don't want to focus that much on speed. You want to focus on stamina and intelligence and power to make sure that she keeps up with the rest of the pack as the race goes on, and that the intelligence is high enough that all her debuff skills goes off. So there you go. It's gonna be weird. I don't know how many people are gonna send out runners this time. People are gonna send out people like characters like Manhattan Cafe that's got stamina greed. So even though they can win their aces, they also have this debuff component attached to their skill set. In a sense, Satono Diamond is also in the same group, but she needs to actually load up on a recovery skill, whereas Manhattan Cafe doesn't have to load up on a recovery skill because this has recently changed, so that this will proc in the mid leg of the race for sure. So she just needs to relax and this. So that even if she's hit with one gold debuff, she should be able to run. Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh yeah, that's why. Stamina 12. Shouldn't be that hard to get stamina 1200 from Manhattan Cafe, as her stamina bonus is plus 30%. It's a ridiculous number. Yeah, there she goes. She's got enough. So she needs this recovery skill from what's her name? Gain Heal Superior from Healer Grass Wonder, 1 gold recovery, which she has from here, and then she gets the gold acceleration skill from what's her name? Symboli Chryses, and even if she encounters one debuffer, she should be okay. If it's Nice Nature and then hits 2 gold debuffs, then the game changes. It's a bit rougher. Yeah, it's like 77 to 84% of the time you'll be able to run it, but most likely you're gonna start walking. That's actually got 2. That's why. Anyway, you can play around with this. I'm not gonna play around with this anymore. So that's it with the discussion on the Aries Cup. It's pretty brutal. I don't know who people are going to send out, but I am personally quite sure that debuffers will be coming out of the woodworks for this one. I didn't expect to I didn't expect to face against a double monopolizer team last championship meeting, and I did. This was a guy who absolutely wanted the Autumn Tamamacross to win, and my favorite character is Tamamacross, and if I lose to Tamamacross, I'm not going to complain. So there you go. That's it, and I'll see you guys around. Hope everybody is going to do well, and good luck in Musume. Take it easy, guys. Bye.